Alright, I'm giving up on doing a polished version of this video because I just can't. I'm Shakespearean Honey Badgers, and recently Mr. and Mrs. Gold hit 600 favorites, which is... I don't have the words for how incredible that is. And I am just so humbled. When I started writing Mr. and Mrs. Gold, it was more of a personal project. I didn't really think anything would come of it. I had just gotten into watching Once Upon a Time, and there was just something about the relationship between Rumpelstiltskin and Belle that really spoke to me. And it was this beautiful, imperfect relationship, and I thought I could do a lot with that. And I thought it would be interesting to write them 5 years down the road, where it's not just dating and getting to know each other. They've been with each other, they know each other's weaknesses and strengths, and they know how to be a team. And that's what marriage is to me. It's being a team and working with your partner. That was really corny. It's gonna be a long video. I really, honestly, I didn't expect a response to the first chapter. I put it up there, I wrote it a couple of hours, I think, and I just put it up there, and it was overwhelming, the sudden response to it, and I've never really been involved with an active fandom, so it's really weird that everyone is so involved, and it's such a big thing. I've met some of the greatest people due to writing this story on Tumblr, and I don't know how my life would be without them. And I'm waiting for my roommates to pass. I've taken a lot of risks with this story, and I'm just really glad that they paid off, because Katya, for one, just all of her stuff, I wasn't sure how she was going to be accepted, and I'm just so glad that she was, and people really do love her, and that means the world to me because she's sort of my baby. I love Katya. And then there were a couple of other plot points that I was like, there is no way that anyone's going to go for this. But people did go for it. Especially the chapter, I think it was 20, where Belle... What's that, Sisi? What's that, baby girl? That's my editor, Sisi. But chapter 20, where you have Belle dying and going to the Greek underworld, and it's just this crack idea that would not let me go. And people actually really liked it, which surprised me. And just the whole thing with Cruella, and people accepted that, and just all of these crazy ideas that I kept throwing at people, and they just kept eating it up. And it's just so liberating to be able to do all of these things and to try all of these different angles. And people have just been so kind in their reviews and so thought out. I've gotten 4 or 5 paragraph reviews, and I just love discussing the show with people and discussing, well, why did you do this? Why did you do that? Well, this is my reasoning. I've thought way too much about this story and about every detail that goes into it. Down to why Katya has a laptop if she's homeless. I've thought that one out. And it's just, people have done fan art, they've translated it into Russian. That was the weirdest thing, was someone asked me to translate it into Russian, and she's got the first 6 chapters, I think, in Russian, and that was incredible. And people have made playlists for Mr. and Mrs. Gold, and it still amazes me when people say that they print it out, because I downloaded it and it's like 400 pages, and just, wow, you're good for you. I haven't even printed it all out yet. I think I've gotten up to 50 pages or something, and and I'm really sorry that I haven't been able to keep up the same pace with season 2, but school comes first. I really do miss it, and I really do wish that I could get back to writing it, and I try as much as I can, but I have other obligations, and I'm really grateful to those readers who understand that and support me. And I feel like such a dork right now. I really do. Just thank you for your support and for loving this story that I just... There is a special place in my heart for Mr. and Mrs. Gold, and there always will be. And I love writing the relationship. And I wish there was more Belle in the show. I really do. Because people were like, oh, you called Badass Belle way back. And it's like, she's always been that way. She's always, Belle as a character, even in the Disney movie, is just a badass. So I can't really take too much credit for that. But I do really wish that there was more Belle in the show. But people have told me that they wish that the Golden Verse was the show, and I do wish that it was part of the show, but it's hard to get past being... I'm not conceited enough to really say that much. Like, if Adam and Eddie asked me, I would totally give them Katya or Crew, or, yeah, I'd give them any of my plot ideas, because that would just be the greatest thing ever, but that's not gonna happen. I'm going way too long, but that's okay. Bottom line, I'm just... thank you for your support, and I hope to continue writing and exploring this relationship that could have been. Or it is, but... it's like time travel. It's going to happen. It just hasn't gotten to that point because of the show yet. I just really wanted to do something special for 600 favorites, so that's why I'm talking to myself, basically. Yeah. Sisi thanks you too.